So today I'm going to show you how to use 4 software synthesizers. As you can see, this is FL Studio with some VST3 clap plugins that I play on in Must. And here, let me switch my sound there so you hear that. Okay, so this is our step sequencer with DogSynth. And DogSynth is for like a basic dubstep, hard FM, and just general lead bass, kind of like a hummer a little bit. This one is SannySynth, it's soft FM, it's a little bit more like harmless, so like piano EP and flutes and ambient stuff. It's also FM based. So yeah, that's 2 FM software synthesizers, and one's geared more towards like softer sounds and one's geared towards harder sounds. So they go plugins like Vital or Vital or Harmor and Harmless, I guess. Citrus a little bit, I guess, but it doesn't have everything Citrus has. It does have a lot of the stuff that has, it just is done a little bit differently. And so this is DogSynth right here. That's SannySynth. And this is CatSynth. That's for drums. And let's start with the CatSynth. So CatSynth, you have your, on the left you have your samples sort of, but they're not samples. Here you have the sequencer. So let's enable the sequencer. Those are gates, by the way, so it's like a sub sequencer. So we do that, and then we can enable the sequencer. It has pads. And then you set the parameters on that outer tab, the instrument tab, I guess. Yeah, so these are the sounds it can make, I guess. It's kinda quiet, but you can use a compressor or something to bump it up for whatever reason. It just gets quiet for some samples when it randomizes. Because it does randomize sound and velocity sensitivities to it. But that's our DogSynth. Let me show you LingSynth. LingSynth is a subtractive synthesizer. It just has basic waveforms with some filters and then envelopes and like LFO, vibrato, tremolo, and a chorus. So it's a little bit simpler. It's good for like 8-bit. It's good for just like really crisp leads and stuff, or like if you've ever heard like the Metroid Prime music, how they have like the ambient industrial stuff, and then they have that like lead sine wave in the background that makes it sound alien, like, I don't know, I can't relate to it, but you know, it's like whistling, sort of. That one. Okay. Anyway, so we have waveforms, like triangle. We have sine, triangle, sawtooth, square, pulse, and noise. Next we have filters. So we have a low-pass filter, non-low-pass, and then that's the cutoff frequency, the resonance frequency. And it basically determines how, you know, where the band is and how thick that band is, I guess. And then we have a bandpass, same thing with the cutoff and resonance. We also have a high-pass filter, and a notch filter which takes out a chunk of it, and a state variable filter, and I'll get to that in a bit. So that's our high-pass. Here's our envelopes. we haven't attacked the case of stain release and then, how much influence that envelope has on the signal. So here, let me do some stuff to it here. That's a notch filter I was talking about, our state variable filter, which is, it's a little bit different than, low pass, band pass, high pass, but it still has like a different tonality to it, so. I believe that, state variable filters are what the default filters in FL Studio, like that cutoff resonance little box on your CX OSC or something. So, next we have vibrato, and you can control the rate, the intensity, how the onset of it, how long it takes for that vibrato to kick in. So like the fade in of the vibrato. I think it's kind of like tomato, vibrato, vibrato, I don't know. I just read stuff and I don't have the phonetic context to, understand that stuff sometimes. But you know what I'm talking about, I hope. I'll take a MIDI here so you can hear, no, not this one. This might take me a while if I have a lot of music. Yeah, I have a lot of music, so. Yep. A lot of music. That's the move. Okay, here we go. Listen to this. Congratulations, you've designed a software synthesizer using LingSynth, and this is how it sounds, and anybody can use it. It's only $5 for each billion or $15 for all four. And they're very versatile, and I recommend trying them out for $5, or, if you like one of them, like how they sound, I guess, from the tutorial, like, you can decide if you want all three, or all four, or all one, or all two, I don't know, just promotion. It was done in Rust, it took me a while to make, and yeah, it's done in Rust, and uses Vizia for the UI. And they're all open source, so you can download the source from GitHub, and you'd have to build it yourself if you want to do that route, and you can actually compile it and build it for free, but some people just don't want to go to the trouble to do that, so I'm just trying to make, a little bit of money off of, making the synth, and then so and it is, a plugin, I guess. It's also on KBR, and here we go. This is what SannySynth sounds like with it. And I guess that kind of concludes our tutorial. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into it because part of the fun of doing synthesizer work is experimenting with, a lot of stuff in that journey of like kind of figuring out what the sliders do to the sound is just a process of doing it, and then you know what to expect when you turn the knob or do the slider, whatever it may be. So yeah, it's a good tool for learning too if you wanna teach like psychoacoustics or synth design or something like that, like FM synthesis, subtractive synthesis. It's a good example because it has all the parameters. They're grouped together. It makes sense. It's pretty straightforward. And if you don't know what envelopes, filters, LFO, FX, analog, that kind of stuff, wavetable, I don't know, you could just Google it, JFGI, I guess. I guess JGI SFW. So, there you have it. There's LingSynth, and SannySynth, and DogSynth, and CatSynth. Oh, you can also load custom wavetables into the synthesizer. If you know what that would do to it, you're allowed to do that. It's kind of like the custom samples in 3X OSC or any other plugin that kinda samples a waveform, I suppose. It's like loading a shape, and that's about it, I guess. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'm signing off for now, so I'll talk to you in a later tutorial, possibly, or later video. Bye bye. I was a family cause of this thing.